Hey there, welcome to my channel. Welcome to their late night sexy thoughts. Welcome to their late night sexy thoughts. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 5. Timestamps are in the description box below. I'm also offering a sneaky special for this read where we're going to go into your sexual strengths and what you can lean on, and also what you can work on when it comes to your bedroom adventures. Whether or not they have it in the bedroom or not, okay? I'm not out here to judge. I'm out here to inflate your ego. And also to give you maybe much needed feedback that you may have been looking for but didn't quite know how to do that. Spirit's everywhere. Spirit could have answers for you. So the special is in the description box below. And so are a few instructions on how to access that special. So, your late night thoughts of your person. The late night thoughts of your person is what we're going to be covering here. Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 5. They're sexy thoughts about you. I'll see you in the timestamps of your timestamp. I am so done. Bye. I'll see you. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hey, Pile 5, what is your person or this elusive what are their late night sexy thoughts? This is 18 plus. I definitely forgot to say that in the beginning of the video. Oops. I think it is. I mean, it should be. I'm using crazy cards in this reading, so here we are. I am going to shuffle off camera because I am using crazy cards. That'll give me a chance to hide what needs to be hidden appropriately. So, pile number 5, let's get into the juicy iSPY of their late night sexy thoughts concerning you. Let's go. Okay, pile 5, I'm interrupting this shuffling process. I mean, maybe I'll just unveil the cards as I do this and we'll just cover them together. But I was getting too many messages, while shuffling, and I needed to say things. So number 1, there was this song that I have not sung in a hot minute that was singing in my head. It was a song of sort of like, it has a longing, melancholic feel to it. So that never lost, or on your own, a gentle hand is there to guide you or something. So I feel like there's something about this person that, I don't know, maybe they want to guide you to something. Here's the thing about this reading, this energy that I'm picking up here, at least in the shuffling process. We'll see what actually happens here. Maybe you're having multiple suitors that are like, I don't know, baby girl. I'll call everybody girl. Something I was getting here while shuffling is also, oh, Luce, did you lose it? Come back, please, come back to me. Was someone who, if you've experienced this person, right, if you've been together physically, they take what you've done and extrapolate on it. If you haven't, they reminisce, like there's reminiscent energy here, like memories. Obviously, we're dealing with thoughts, so hello, duh. But then there's also this element of they take memories they've had with other people that they don't actually want anymore, and they think about you. There was an element here, especially from that song, that has this sense of like sadness attached to you or your experience, or some type of longing, this sort of like bluish energy. That's what I relate to blue. If you've seen my I Love You Butt deck, you can get your own, by the way. The colors mean something to me. But I digress. There's this energy of, if you two either haven't been together or there was a falling out or something and they didn't do certain things with you, they start off sort of like feeling sad about, or like longing, right? I don't know, your situation, whatever, of like you two. That sadness is not what turns them on. Because we spy and we creep and we get all in their business. That's not what turns them on, like the sadness. They kind of, like, there's a pivot happens. I don't know how this happens. Like, they think about it, and maybe in the process of like making up, or in the process when if it's about longing, in the process of them trying to like bridge that gap between the two of you, then the thoughts really do turn sexy. Like I think them bridging the gap is maybe like it starts with a hug and a rub, and then rubbing your back, and then after rubbing your back, maybe someone starts kissing someone's neck, or it starts kind of slow and then it turns into something else. Okay. There's something about that. So the sadness doesn't get them, but like the transition to how they sort of resolve that sadness or longing or reminiscent energy in their head goes there. In this, honestly, I'm getting a heavier, and if this isn't you, that's fine. Maybe people who relate to that are more so watching this pile, because you're not alone, but you might be. But there's an energy here, what I'm getting, especially from the pre-shuffle, is maybe you two haven't done much. Maybe you two did not do as much as they would have liked physically, right? However that goes. Maybe you did do quite a bit, but it wasn't as much as they would have liked. Or something that they're longing for or thinking about, especially at these late night times where they want more or they want it again. So there's something here about not having and wanting. Let's flip the cards. Can you even see that? Like, you know, can ya? If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? I wish I just had these charms now. Like, I'm gonna have to ask my friend for it. I might have to ask her for them. I got these earrings from a friend's shop. They're so cute. Oof. Let's put this guy, my little smoky quartz. There was another deck I was shuffling that did not want to remove any cards. So I just said nah. And that's what I think this is here for. We have feelings. We have desire in reverse. We have transgression in reverse. Yeah, it tracks. We have, who is this? The Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Moon. Yeah, and the Nine of Pentacles. So Pentacle energy is strong here, which is very interesting. Especially with the Moon. So this person definitely, this is an 18 plus, baby. If you're not 18, focus on other things in your life, okay? Focus on other things in your life. What is this nonsense? Ew. What is this for real? This is so gross. Okay. Ugh. This person touches themselves to you. And depending on the degree of whatever, this person may use you as like their go-to, or used to use you as their go-to for their self-pleasure. That's right, that's right, that's right. Okay. Like a lot. And here's the thing, folks. Something kind of uncomfortable maybe for this person is when they are with someone else, they fantasize about you. And that's something that was kind of coming through, not in that way. It was coming through in the way of, if they think about someone else, they transpose that other person's things that they've done with that person, and they transpose that person in their memory with you. Like they try to recreate those things that they've done with that person with you. That's how it was coming off to me in the pre-shuffle and getting into this energy. But in looking at this Pentacles, this Nine of Pentacles here, where my girl is literally with another person in bed and Casanova is out here servicing them to toss. It's definitely, for some of you, for sure, this person could very well be with other people, be it a partner, right, a longer term partner, a legitimate partner, a stand, you know, a one night something, or their play buddy, and thinking about you, or using those memories again, like I said, to think about you. Nine of Pentacles is not memories. Nine of Pentacles is real stuff. So, okay, that's interesting. You got somebody on the edge. Now, something about the Casanova deck was an Ace of Cups that was kind of ambiguous. It ended up being in the upright. Here. Can ya see that? So there's something there, and then there's a Seven of Cups at the top of the deck. Okay. So that's somebody watching. So I don't feel like this person has much access to you. Okay, like I know you probably know this, but like I don't feel this person has much access to you. Either you are withholding from this person or something. Okay, well, even with this Page of Pentacles, I believe it is a page, right? Even with this Page of Penties in reverse, it's just telling me that there is it like not ill, it could be ill. But there's like just no movement between the two of you. 11. There's just like lack of opportunity, perhaps even a missed opportunity, but they're still holding on to a certain chance, or maybe like there's some it could be some distance, maybe you two are separated by bless me. I'll take any and all blessings. Thank you. Pal 5, type in bless you, Luce, in the comments for my snails. Thank you. I think there could be some distance between you and this person, like physical distance as well, that adds to this inability to, okay, knock on boots. Now, with transgression and desire in reverse, these do feel like, especially with desire in reverse here with this deck, the Sexual Magique deck, it kind of seemed like, yeah, someone's desire is not really being met, and that gives me Seven of Cups energy of this sort of watching from afar, daydreaming, desire, but it not being made manifest. So in this situation, there could be some type of third party situation. There could have been some abrupt changes between the two of you or your dynamics. If you're thinking about somebody who you don't know, like this is some person at the grocery store, at the gym, and you're like, I wonder what they think about me. Oh my God, like, do they like what could their late night thoughts be about me? Like their sexy thoughts. This person like wants some of that. Okay, this person wants some of that. This person wants some of that you. And there's a lot of like, there's big fantasy thought energy. Not THOT. I mean, could be. Okay, on their end. But there is something here that they would be open to like doing something with. Or, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, look at this. Okay, but my dude is literally like enjoying this whole, you can't see that. Enjoying this whole scenario. Like love that. Okay, love that for them both. There's something here where I think this person would love a chance, and like if given the chance they would. It's just there may not be like ample opportunity from their perspective to actually like get in on this and get it in with you. I don't know if this person sees your desire, if you have it for them, or what. There is an aspect here of like worshiping you, right? There is an aspect here of like enjoying your body, enjoying your smell, enjoying your scent, enjoying your taste, and just like almost doing it in private or in secret, doing it or just doing it in private or in secret. Something about in the mundane setting. So some of their fantasies and sigsy thoughts when they involve you is almost like in, I don't want to say forbidden areas. I mean, look, those could be physical areas or even actual sort of forbidden areas, but it's almost like either way, just giving me a gist of like, I don't know, hiding in plain sight. Like playing in plain sight, doing something when you shouldn't be. Right? This is fingers. This is even like hiding in certain places and making something happen. Whoa. Making something happen, making something juicy, and like indulging in that juice. while the day-to-day sort of carries on, like something secret and saucy and spicy and yet kind of public, but not public. Like, what am I seeing? There's a video I was watching today. There's a lady or a channel where they posted it's like a day in the life of a housewife. It's satire, it's a joke, where her husband doesn't, like, the dude is always on his phone. He goes to work, doesn't give his wife a kiss goodbye. My girl's got like a large this glass of jar. What? This glass can hold 2 wine bottles in there, and she talks about, oh, and the plumber came by, and then she's by the window. She's like, and I by the window, I look outside to see how the rest of the neighborhood is doing, and meanwhile she's getting railed in the back. Like, you don't see the person, but she's doing something mundane, like looking out the window, because she's bent over looking out the window, but her body movements are very telling of like what's happening with her and the plumber or the neighbor or the pool boy or like whomever these dudes are, the delivery boy. And it's something like that, where it's happening in public, but it's not. It's private. It's like hiding in plain sight. That's what I'm seeing, right? Because really, let me tell you what is prompting that. I mean, not only are these people outside in the desire in reverse, it's this sort of like, she's working, right? She's writing she's working. She's writing a letter. She's doing whatever. She's at her desk doing what needs to be done. And this person under here is essentially like enjoying her, pleasing like themselves, while this person over here is doing something else. So this is almost like maybe even like office affairs, or like the gym locker rooms, or the grocery store in the back, like maybe your colleagues, or something just like, I'm not even getting like a quick energy. Like, there is a quickness in it, almost like we have to hurry up because we may be discovered. But I'm not sure if that's because like a discovery angle to it. But there is something like savory, enjoyable about like what they want, what they think of doing with you and to you. Are you getting me? Now, I said in the beginning of the video, if you caught that I am running a secret saucy special, where in the description box below you can find a little bit more details, but going over your sexual strengths, what you can lean on sexually, and what you could maybe work on sexually to sort of increase your sexual prowess, or to make you feel more comfortable, whatever it is, right? It's going to be a private read. The special for that is in the description box. Book soon. And we can get you sorted. It's a cute little thing I wanted to run for this. I want to see how it's going to go. I'm excited. I know what I did to you. I hurt you and may continue to. So yeah, but there's something about this person wanting to be more gentle with you. Because there was like a sensual... Here we have transgression in reverse. So that could describe some sort of thing that this person has done or not done towards you, or / against you. Right? And this could range anywhere from them sort of ignoring you in public, right? This could be them sort of acting like they don't think this way about you or have feelings for you in some way, right? Like, that could be a thing. Them acting like they don't have anything, but they really do, and that could be that transgression. Or this sort of like making you doubt when you made your intentions known, and I hurt you and may continue to. This is all this thing of like, in reality, like, I wouldn't maybe act on this, but like I would want to, right? With feelings here, it's this desire to like declare themselves. This desire to make it known that, hey, I do feel this type of way, but there's just a lot of other things that are sort of not doing that. So I think in their late night thoughts, they do think about like wanting to tell you like what that could be like, and like fantasizing about that scenario, and you know, what that could be. We have let's kiss and make up. We have heartbreak. We have I don't think about you. I don't know if you'll fit into my world. There's this I need you. I need you. So I feel like, yeah, this person has these fantasies of coming out to you and telling you, etc., etc. But this doubt of, I don't know if you'll fit into my world, I think that's real. Or maybe these are things that they've said before. I don't think about you. This is something that they've said before, or whatever, kind of trying not to think about you or really be in the space of entertaining a reality with you when it's not late night, you know? This person, when it comes to their more explicit thoughts, really want to take their time with you. They want to take their time with you, and they want to like enjoy tasting your body and feeling your body and touching you everywhere and leaving a trail of themselves on you. They would even want to maybe even like eat off of you because it gives them more of a reason to taste you in various places. If you are someone, well, it doesn't matter, everybody has nipples. Yeah, they want to they want to yep, they want to wrap their mouths around that. Yeah. And enjoy that. And they want to enjoy watching you just like be in your state. There's something here about even enjoying themselves watching you, or wanting you to watch them. There was that 7 of Cups where this person is watching the other person. So I think they'd want to see you maybe enjoying yourself, or having yourself start yourself off, and them coming in to sort of taste, like, bite and like finish you off in some type of way slowly, and continue that. I feel like this person would want to also, like, there's something about watching. Now, what I'm trying to say is, like, if they want to watch themselves pleasuring you, or if they want you to watch them pleasuring them, you to watch them pleasuring you. There's something there about that. And there is a bit of like a voyeur aspect, but I don't think it's even really about other people. It just gives me back those hiding in plain sight type vibes of like, yeah, like, yeah, I feel like this person does want something like in reality with you, though, to be honest. But I think their reality is not something that they're like allowing themselves to have, which is just so crazy. The desire is the desire is there, it's present, but also no, like, this person wants to be at your mercy. Like, they just want, like, what do you want me to do? I'll do it. Like, I feel like in their fantasies, it's almost like them, like, you there's not their fantasies, this is their late night thoughts, but in their late night thoughts, it's almost like you prompting them, or them putting, their desires into you, and then you saying it out loud to them. But it is kind of like you two haven't like had experiences together. If you have, I don't know if they think that you've told them what you want. Like, what do you want me to do? I'll do it. Like, how do you want me to please you? I want to please you. Tell me how to please you. I want to do that. We have in my mind, the cup runneth over of like just so much. We have the moon here, which is just like desires. It's also secrets. It's also like intuition. It's also just like a lot of like emotion, and a lot of things that happen in the night, right? Bathed by the moonlight only. This person has secret desires that you just don't know about, and this is why we creeping, we spying, we're creeping, we spying on these late night thoughts. Like, they really are out here. This person really does want to like enjoy you, taste you, please you, and like have you on them. Like, they just they just want all that. They want to be all up on you, and they really enjoy your body. They really enjoy your body. They think your body is great. They think your body is great. The curves of your body, males or females or anything in between or beyond, they like how your body is, and they want to make your body move in certain ways and quiver and shiver and shake, and to like hear you as part of the symphony of whatever it is that's going on. Baby girl, I'll call everybody girl. Yo, what's going on here? This person wants to be drenched in sweat over the work they're putting in, but it's not even work. It's like work, but it's like slow work. It's like desire work. Like, there is work here, but it's they want to pamper you. They want to please you. This is like giving pillow princess. This is giving like just let me enjoy you. Whether they're a princess or they're a prince, a king or a queen, or anything in between and beyond, they just want to please you and enjoy you, because to them that is what pleasure feels like at this point in their late night thoughts. Oh, here we go again. See, there's someone in every, like, just tasting, and it's not all the time that people be tasting. Here, my dude's tasting them. Yeah. The snake is not tasting, but the snake has a tongue. Okay, the snake has no hands. Okay, snakes have no hands. They have no feetsies. All they got is that tongue, and all they got is that slither. You tell me what that's about, okay? You tell me what you get from that. And here we have the same, my dude tasting this lady right here, while her partner next to her sleeping. So, yeah, there's just definitely a lot of that happening here. Ooh. And pleasing you. I think this person would like to grow like several limbs in order to please you, or just be able to like do the whole thing. Like, this person is really, their late night thoughts are really just kind of beautiful. Is it me? Like, let me tell secrets on my vibe. They just want to like take it slow with you, to be honest. This is like sensual, enjoying slowness. See, here we are again in public. There's so many public places. Outside. This is just like hiding in plain sight, right? Anybody looking could think, oh, she's writing something at the desk, and they wouldn't know that there's someone underneath just going slow and like worshiping their body and pleasing them. Yeah. This is all I'm gonna say for now. I know there's more here. I just don't. Like, what else am I gonna say? Let me see. Okay, it's kind of funny. It's kind of interesting. Desire, looking at the guidebook, it talks about the magic involved in like desire. Desire being like the father of action, a primal urge to move, become active. It's the first step towards creation. What do people create when they fucking children? And the magic of this card, 8, which is funny. 8 reminds me of the 8 of Pentacles. 8 reminds me of the 8 of Wands. 8 reminds me of those two, but primarily the 8 of Pentacles, especially here with the page in reverse, sort of like subtracting from the 9 of Pentacles, making it an 8, making it something that's like working, but like not really working, which is a sort of like slow thing, the slow build. I digress though. It talks about conceiving a child, and we do have a page here. So perhaps this person is trying to not do that. Or that's something that's sort of important to them in terms of how they move when it comes to their sexuality. Not trying to conceive or saving themselves or something. I don't know. Something like that. We have the transgression here, which has a snake, which is about something sort of like bad, right? A transgression is like an oopsie. Sometimes of epic proportions. And we do have the snake here. We do have our girl eating this apple. A very familiar motif. Especially religiously. So perhaps there are some religious factors here that sort of play. And we have card number 5. So there's that. It's not giving me change. It could be. You could be someone who's different from this person in some ways. And it could be heavy ways, right? Like lifestyle, religion, even sexuality, or just like whatever. And that could be something that stops this person from crossing certain lines. You'll have to tell me. I'm going to say bye. If I'm going to hear from you, definitely hit me up on that. Your special read, sexual strengths, what you can lean on and what you can work on sexually to improve your love life in that very specific way, very important way. Whether or not you're active, I think it might be good to know, especially if you're not active, actually, and especially if you are active. So come through for that. The information is in the description box below, and so is the email. You can email me for our private, confidential, very safe chat. Okay? It's a email. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm out of here. Howdy doody, pal. Pal two. We're going to be looking into their late night sexy thoughts in this iSPY 18 plus. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I am going to shuffle off camera so that I can do my best to cover visuals that are beautiful, but are perhaps a little bit too saucy for the tube at this particular point in time. I'll see you in a hot second. This is what we have shuffled. I'm going to now arrange them. All right, girl. I call everybody girl. And cover up what needs to be covered. Pal two. What is happening? Giddy. I am giddy. Pal two. I am doing a little special for the sexy read. The special that I'm currently running right now is to look at your sexual strengths, okay, what you can lean on sexually, physically, or whatever comes up when it comes to that area of your life, and what you can also work on. Whether you're active or not active, I think it's kind of good to get in touch with that part of ourselves. It is confidential. It is a gentle, safe space, and I can go so much more deeper into your specifics and also just say certain things that might be and will be way more relevant to your actual life. I think this is a part of our world that we, if it's something that we think we can sort of take care of or caretake, we can. And Spirit has a greater view of that. So I thought, why not offer that? So I'm currently running that special. There's probably a little bit more information in the description box below. And I got you. I'm excited to get into it with you. Wow. Listen. Wow. Wowie. Listen, we have the Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Okay. We have chemistry. We have trials in reverse, and we have leaving in reverse. And we have the King of Cups. Baby. Listen. What is happening here? Seven of Swords. Okay. Sees the Seven of Swords, and I go, all right, what's going on there? And it definitely speaks to these leaving in reverse and trials in reverse. Okay. We have some Knight of Swords with his spunky attitude. Okay. The Knight of Swords in this deck is let me show you. Is a Punisher. Okay. This is that rough, spank me, choke me, smack me, slap me, fucking do all that type of stuff. Rough, call me daddy, call me mommy, call me dominatrix, BDSM, sub-dom. We're getting in there, right? Like the Knight of Swords in this deck does not make any kind of hidings over what that energy is about. Okay? This is whip me, choke me, spit on me, smack me, spank me, hit me, fucking pain, pleasure. It's all one big happy family. And then we have chemistry. Then we have the King of Cups. Now here's the thing about the King of Cups. I would never think the King of Cups would be a dom. I just wouldn't. Honestly, out of all the kings, the King of Cups, no, not the King of Cups, not him, not surely that energy. Could be in your world, could be a him or a she. Relax your mind on those those things make it work for your situation. You know who you clicked on for. If that's the person that's coming through, great. If it's not, ooh, maybe get the tea. I just wouldn't. But when you do look at BDSM culture, when you do look at like what it takes to be a good dom, you have to, a dom isn't dominant for the uninitiated. A dominant has to be, it's a very much a surrendering type of dynamic, and you have to, as a submissive, be able to trust your dom, right? Being a dom isn't just about being rough, etc. It's about being rough and all, but it's pleasing the submissive, right? Like, it's pleasing each other in that sort of dynamic, and they have to be keenly aware of how their submissive might be taking what's happening, and be able to be in control and be able to pull back or push for more depending on how their submissive is feeling, right? Like, there's a certain amount of pulling of hair that is a thing. There's a certain amount of whip pressure that you got. Like, it's a thing. So really, when I really think about it, when I really look at like properly, when you've done what you need to be doing in a really good dominating, submissive-minating relationship, the King of Cups is quite possibly the best dom you could have. But there are other kind of doms. There's pleasure doms, right? But they're still kind of dominant. Anyway, yeah, there's definitely this sort of dominant and submissive energy that's going on here. This BD energy. What is BD? SM is a sadomasochist. What does BD mean? I forgot. Let me not. There is something here about a dominant energy being caretaking. This is daddy. This is mommy. This is, whatever your vibes are here in this type of dynamic. Now, I don't know if you're about it. I don't know if you're about it, pal too. I don't know if you are about that dynamic. I think maybe you've seen this person as someone who's caring, someone who has desired you, someone who you have chemistry with, someone who is caretaking, someone who is sweet, someone who's nice, someone who's kind, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. That's how you sort of see this person, or that's sort of like what they present. But when it comes to their late night thoughts, pal too, that we are spying and creeping on these late night sexy thoughts that they have when thinking about you, this person wants to dominate you. They want to be the ringleader in the situation that y'all have. And I don't know if this is something that you know. If you do know this already about this person, then I don't think you know the length which they would like to take things or push things to, or maybe even decrease. It doesn't always have to be increase. It could be them wanting to decrease what's going on. But yeah, there's something about that here that this person is into. This sort of dominating thing. Now, are you the dominating person? Do they want you to dominate them? Or do they want to be dominated, or do they want to dominate you? My instinct is for them, they want to dominate you. But it really could work in the other way where they want you to dominate them. Why don't we do this? Let's shuffle for it. Let's use this card. Spirit. Who is doing the dominating? Does their late night thoughts, do they want to be the dominating entity? Upright. Do they want my person watching this to be the dominating entity? I'm not seeing switching energy here. I'm not seeing switching of you be dominant, I be dominant. Yeah. I'm looking at... Interesting. That's so fucking crazy. That's so crazy. You know what's crazy? So, in this sort of like quick yes or no, the upright was them being dominating, right? And the Page of Wands came out, haha. These 9 of Wands came out, cool. And then the Seven of Swords came out as well. And that's just crazy because the Seven of Swords came out in this actual reading. I know you can't see it. It's right here. You like that? Yeah. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, so there is a pentacle here. Actually, I didn't see the pentacles energy. But yeah, I think this is something that they would want to start or to have with you. Okay. They would want to be the dominating party. I'm not sure if they've done it before with this King of Cups wearing this mask. This could be something that they've done before, something that they've thought about before, something that they want to try. With this mask, there's a front. So there's this sort of front of the King of Cups. I don't think that's entirely false, but I think this person has a side that they want to explore with you, whether they've done it before or not. Okay. With the King, I mean, that's kind of like, I've done this before. Or with the King, maybe they've researched it enough, so much so that they're like, I want to do this with you. Who knows? Whatever. But yeah, they want to. There's that late night thought about them doing that. With the Temperance here, which is kind of cute. Look at that Knight of Cups in reverse. It's so great. It's so funny. With the Temperance here, it also just goes to show the upright versus reverse of it being them over you. So they're the ones that want to be the dominating energy. Temperance gives me something. It's just like a balance, right? And that is sort of like this damn balance, patience, like taking it slow, starting it slow. It kind of seems like that. Even with the Four of Swords here, like, and even with the Nine of Wands, like these are in the page, baby. This is like, we starting out slow. Are you okay? I'm here with you with the Nine of Wands. Like, we're doing it together. We're going to keep going. And with the Seven of Swords, I think this is just them maybe coming out of the hiding and them saying like, yeah, this is what I want, or, you know, it being declared and you knowing that that's the thing that they, oh baby, did you know about this? Did we uncover something together? The Sun in reverse. Exposed! Yeah, this person wants to dominate you in the bedroom. They want to take care of you. They want you to be their little princess or their little boy or their good girl or their good boy or their... They just want you to submit to them and so that they can do the things that they think might bring you pleasure that are, you know, more on the rougher side and spicy hot side. I think this person has, I don't want to say taken classes, okay, but I think they may have watched some. I think it's more than this has become a hobby. Like, this is more than like an interest. Like something late, like something that's just like, oh yeah, I was kind of thinking about it. No, like this is like, oh yeah, I've been thinking about it. I have the research. Here are the links. Here's the documentation. Here's some resources like that. Okay, like that's what I'm thinking. I am curious though about the state of you two's dynamic as a whole. Chemistry in the sideways position, these trials, leaving, and like, what's going on between you two? So, I don't know what's going on between you two. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information on that. What are their... Well, let's see what their late night thoughts are. Let's do that. Yeah, chemistry definitely reminds me of temperance. It always has. Temperance is that alchemical sort of element for me. Repair, mending, healing. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. I don't know if maybe this is something that they did and you were like, I don't know. And you were like, no. Or like, oh my God, no. I don't know what your voice sounds like. For me, it's always like this. And I'm like, oh my God, no. In my head. But I don't know. Maybe it was just completely to do with something else. Maybe some people were too busy. Or it just didn't really work out as well. But this person... Yeah, with the King of Cups, it's just so interesting. Exactly. This is the I Love You But deck. This is a deck created by Lumiere. Oh my god, that's me. And it's got almost very close to 300 unique messages that that's interesting. That so I'm trying to tune into this message and also trying to finish my sentence, but it's not happening. That are great and easy to read because there's words. It is in English. So if you can read English, you can read this deck. The link is in the description box to get one of your own. Repair, mending, healing. Let's move in together. I can't get over it. Having trouble getting over it. Yeah, so they do think about the stuff that has happened between the two of you. I need to know you can take care of yourself. You're too much for me. You're too much for me could read discipline, right? Like them wanting to discipline you. Hello, Knight of actual swords, pulling hair, all fours. I'm not sure how much degradation is involved in this. Maybe it could advance to degradation over time or something like that, or light degradation. This is just like name calling, or I think spitting is part of degradation depending on how you do it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm reading discipline off of this one in terms of their late night thoughts, but it really could just be, I don't know. It could be that, but I think it's also just sort of like attitude wise. And I'm getting a weird message in my head. I'm just hearing something kind of weird. It's like, I want to shut you up, right? Like, you're too much for me is almost like you're doing too much. But that's coming off in a, I want to screw your brains out. Quite, not literally, but like as heavily metaphorically as possible, where you shut down and you have no more coherent thoughts. It's not so much free use or like doll-like stuff, but like, oh, it's more like they want to like make you stop thinking. Like that's what they want to do to you. They want to dominate to the point where you're not thinking, they're thinking, and they shut that brain down, and therefore they shut that mouth down unless it's doing what they want that mouth to do. And that's it. Like, you can't complain, you can't nag, you can't go on and on about something, you can't ice them out, like you can't do nothing because they shut it down. Like, they shut your system down. That's a part that I'm kind of seeing. Like, I want to, but it's also coming in a way of like taking care of you in that way. Like, maybe you're an overthinker, and perhaps they think that, maybe from like some interviews that they've seen or interactions that they've seen about like a dominating and submissive relationship in the bedroom, maybe they've seen that the benefits that submissives have had is one where they're no longer overthinking as much, or as tense, or as, you know, worked up over things. Maybe things are just easier. And they're like, oh, maybe this would help Paul too. Maybe it would help us to have that kind of dynamic. Oh, that, like, my brain is hurting. My head hurts. So I feel like that's somebody's story. That's deep. We creeped deep. Okay, I need to know you can take care of yourself. I don't know. This one is weird for me. Because this one usually does not mean what I think it means. Because this is not what I'm picking up at all. This, I need to know you can take care of yourself. No. I don't know. I feel like this person may want to, obviously this is a sexy read, so it involves definitely like the bedroom more so than the outside of it. But this is almost like, I guess they want to shut it down so much, right? Like be dominating in that area so much that you can tra la 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 go along with your world relaxed and peaceful. And that's their way of them knowing that you can take care of yourself because they that. Like, well, I don't get it. I'm gonna It could also be that they don't have much access to you. Like, if this person doesn't have as much access to you as they would like, they may be wanting to know how, like, if you are taking care of yourself, like if you are well cared for. This one is weird for me because I know what this means to me, like with the relationship that I have with it, and it's not coming out in the way that I think. So maybe it could even actually be a past energy between the two of you, what's been exchanged and where certain actions came from. Like maybe someone was too busy or absent in the dynamic, and because usually that's when this comes out. The I need to know you can take care of yourself is like, I need to know that you're good and I can fuck off and do whatever I need to do or want to do. I'm coming towards you, I want to be free, let's take on this world together. It's just now things have changed. Yeah, I think it could be a past energy. I'm not sure about this one, folks. That one is giving too much and too little at the same time. Yeah, these trials. Okay. This looks sweet in the upright, but this paired with boobs. This paired with this, it's just kind of like someone who, in the reverse, it's giving upset energy, like this has gone on for too long, like this is just not working, like where is this person type stuff. So I think this dynamic had some of that stuff going on with it, and that's something that also comes up in their head when they think about you two. So with more earth energy here is this chemistry card, which is Taurus. That's so crazy. Both of them trying to do the relationship together, like stirring together. Taurus is the sign of sensuality. The senses are the vehicle of emotions. Even love passes through the physical to reach the heart. Without a satisfying erotic understanding, loses its security, becoming possessive, hungry love. Yes, good chemistry is a prerequisite for long-lasting relationship. I think, again, that sort of feeds into that dominating XYZ thingy of whether or not this could work between the two of you, and also what has previously happened between the two of you, of things turning into sort of possessive or overstepping boundaries in terms of, you know, speaking from heartbreak and the like. Pal 2, baby, I don't know what this was, but I'm getting a headache. that was really interesting. If you got to the point, if you got to the end of this read, I'm gonna need you to type, take a pain pill loose. Take a pain pill loose, okay? If you got to the end of this reading, and if this is your reading, type in take a pain pill loose, and we'll just all know each other privately, secretly. If you would like to get in on that special that I'm running right now for the sexual strengths, what to lean on, what to work on, the email is in the description box below. It is a safe environment. It's non-judgmental. And I think you'll really enjoy it, okay? I wish you everything. Keep your light and good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey there, Pal 1. Pal 1. Their late night sexy thoughts about you, homie. I call many people homie. I'm calling you homie. Pal 1, are you ready for this? I'm going to shuffle off camera just so I can mitigate any sort of visual censorship. Okay? I'm so ready for this. So far, the reads have been so interesting, and I cannot wait to get into this for you. Let's go. Pal 1, you had a lot of cards come out for you. A lot more than everybody else did. So I'm going to take a little bit of a second. You're not even going to feel it. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. This one was a lot. Okay. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have Death in reverse. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. I didn't notice that. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Empress in reverse. All we're missing really is Pentacle energy here. There's no Earth. I ain't seen no Earth. We have Chemistry in reverse. And we have this lovely lady doing what she needs to do to herself to get by. Okay. Attraction. This is something. Their late night sexy thoughts. We are creeping, creeping, creeping. if this okay, I'm getting something here about like multiple partners. Okay, whether it's like polyamory or whether it's like threesomes or whether it's like orgy type vibes, like group. Sex, right? Group fun times. There's just something, but it's I don't know. There's some there's something about like the negation of it and or like the necessity of it. One, the attraction where this lady there's someone in the bath. I'll just show you the card. Let's look at it together, class. I'll cover it with my thumb. There's this person in the bath, okay, living a good life. That bath must be so shallow, to be honest with you. There's so many curves we can see. And their partner here is giving them a bath while this person in the bath pleases themselves. And the first thought that came to mind when I saw that was, gosh, this is why it's helpful to have multiple people. Like, this is why it's helpful. Like, if that person in the bath had another person or two, they wouldn't have to do much of anything and they would get all the pleasure. They could have someone on their one hand that's on the nether and someone on the top that's on their chest. And they just get to just enjoy and luxuriate. That's what I thought. I thought that's what I thought. And I know that comes from the reading. I'm a greedy hoe. No. It just makes sense to me. So it's interesting seeing that 3 of Cups in reverse though, because that is definitely a group activity going on there, where my guy does have someone up top and someone on the bottom. And that's something that is just being enjoyed by that person over there. So what I'm trying to get into here is to try and understand how this relates to their late night thoughts with you, because it's almost kind of scattered. I'm not gonna lie, Pile 1. But you know what's always funny about Pile 1? Pile 1 has been consistently all about number 1. Like, it's been about number 1. And I would say here that their late night sexy thoughts when it comes to you are about them. But then there's also something here about their late night thoughts being about just you. So if you two have had a polyamorous dynamic or a group thing, or you've had threesomes or whatever, like together, right? I'm reluctant to say polyamory. Like I'm it feels more like a group physical activity. But I mean, it could be. Not all people on like polyamory are like to get like they're like together. I guess it depends on their dynamic. Some it's like one person has 2 people. In other dynamics, all of them have each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just I'm this girlfriend, I'm this person's spouse, and also this person's lover. It could be we're all each other's lovers. Like, I don't know. So there's that. There's a lot going on here for sure. Like, there's a lot of different energies to like different places. And I'm trying to organize it. So that's, you know, an option. But there's something here about like physically together, either because one person is living out here dipping it and doing it with multiple people, or has had multiple experiences and are looking for one now, or they want you to stop doing that in their late night thoughts. It just kind of goes to what are they doing? They just want you to be with them. I don't know. There's quite a few stories here. Now, it's really interesting here with the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups being so close to each other. Six of Cups being in the reverse. So, I'm not sure if this person is single. It seems like it. The only energy that's kind of giving more than one person. This is so, look, I'ma just talk. And you're gonna have to just, I don't know. You're gonna have to just let me know how it goes. Because this one is, there's a lot going on here. There's someone here, their late night thoughts want to be with one person and no longer with a group, or no longer seeing multiple people. Whether they don't want to be with a group anymore, seeing multiple people, or they don't want you to be with a group of seeing multiple people. Like they want just one-to-one, me and this person. Then there's somebody here who's like single and wanting to possibly go back or have just left a dynamic. And there's an emptiness though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like there's something here that's empty. Like whatever this person has been doing, whatever they've been about, it feels empty. And I don't feel like this person wants to be alone. I do think they want to be with someone, but perhaps they're trying to be more judicious about what that looks like. Here in the Four of Wands, and I was looking at these cards while trying to figure out where to place my little guys. Usually, it seems like someone is watching. Snatching the top. Someone is watching this person as she like bathes in this river, right? It looks like someone's watching, but I promise you, today it does not feel like that. Today, it feels like this person has left. Like this person has given this woman in this lake pleasure, and they've walked away after, right? It's like, okay, bye, I'm going home. So this could be a hit and quit. This could be friends with benefits. This could be, whatever this person's dynamics have been. Like maybe they no longer have these partners, and then they're wanting sort of more than just the physical, which is so crazy because, oh my God, like this is so much, yeah. And then this person is looking for more meaning. Whoa, pal one. We have the Nine of Swords here. So I think when it comes to like sexual satisfaction or whatever, it's like getting boring. Something about their sexy lives is getting boring. Their late night thoughts are just kind of like, Like, yeah, it's nice. The pleasure is nice in the moment. But like after, there's something missing. This person, this is kind of, it's kind of got serious, part one. I was not expecting it to go this turn. I think this person in some ways would almost rather figure themselves out than be with either multiple people or someone that they don't have that feeling with. It almost seems like a part of their life that they used to enjoy. This is giving me like heavy Bridgerton vibes. Okay, like I don't know if you've seen the new season, you probably have not, so I'm not gonna spoil. But there's like a transformation here that's been a long time coming with this person and their late night thoughts. So when it comes to their late night thoughts, right, let's talk about that. This person could very well have people in their life that they do their late night activities with. They could think about you and handle themselves. But it's like, all right. This person, I almost feel like would want more. I can't lie to you, Paul One. I don't know if they want more with you. Like, now listen, Paul One. If you're checking like, what my partner think about me though, like, where's my partner at? Like, how are we doing? What's my partner's late night thoughts about me? If they're away on a trip, like they miss the intimacy of your dynamic, right? Like they don't want to be far or something. They miss the intimacy of the dynamic. If they're close and they're laying right next to you, or you see them often or whatever, there's a bit of a crisis in your dynamic when it comes to like physical like physical needs, physical desire, because I think there's it's like rote. It's like mechanical. It's almost lacking like the chemistry, or like it just seems lackluster. A shadow of what it used to be, or a shadow of what it is. A shadow of what it could be, or a shadow of what they used to have. It's more so, it seems more so about getting the job done than fully enjoying the process. And so if you're in a partnership and you're checking to see, I would like to think that, yeah, maybe you've picked up on this, maybe you haven't. This is an iSPY that has definitely come in the nick of time to let you know that, yo, perhaps it might be time to consider paying a little bit closer attention to your relationship or dynamic, and ... Like, I don't know if it's switch things up. I don't know if it's just more chemistry, like more passion, more making it not so rote, like not so mechanical. I don't know. This could be just spending, like, having more of a connection with your partner outside of the bedroom or something, or maybe even doing something more in the bedroom, but like more bonding is what I mean. For the people in relationships that are still watching this pile. For those of you that this person is just like a person that exists in the world, and you're like, oh, what could they be thinking? Or maybe you've met them here and there, and this person is, I want to say, they're looking for something more, or they're not. I'm really reluctant to say that. Like, yes, right? Like, that's where my brain goes. But it just feels like what they have, what they've got going on is, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, like, you know, they get off and it's okay, cool. But it's not hitting anymore. Like, it's not hitting anymore. It's not what it used to be anymore. It's not what feels the best anymore. The Empress in reverse. That is alarming. It's a bit of a rogue Empress. Someone who's just going to do it herself, right? But nature needs all the flora and fauna working together. I'm not sure if this person is, like, depressed as well. Part one, what is happening? Let's move on. Okay. Clearing that up. If this was physical stuff, right? When it comes to the physical stuff, what is this late night thoughts? Beauty is beautiful. So maybe they think you're beautiful, or you think they're beautiful. But this has nothing to do with looks, because the looks are there. The looks are nice. The looks are great in the moment. The looks get them going, right? The body still works. The body still does what it does. The body still gets turned on. The body still wants to be touched. Friends, there's a but here. I can't even try to make this. Like, pleasure still feels like pleasure, but it's missing something. It's missing, like, the unison. You know, it's missing, like, the partnership of it. I tried, Pawan. I tried to make this a sexy. Let me see if I can. Whoa! Let me see if I can try. I mean, let's look at the guidebook, because what I'm picking up is, you know, a little bit different. Okay, I think this person, their late night thoughts is about more than, you know what? Let's get this. Give me what you got. What are their late night thoughts? I want peace, just peace. Listen. Like, listen, look. This is the I Love You But deck by Lumiere. I'm Lumiere. And it's got damn near 300 unique messages, okay? And they're beautiful, they're awesome, and they really help. They're in English, so you can read them if you speak English and read English and understand it. This is English, right? This person, like, they just want, you know, Nine of Swords, Four of Wands, they want more than just, I'ma smack it, man. Smash it and bang. Three of Cups in reverse, that's a party. But it's, like, lackluster, you know? Their attraction is there. I think they just, like, if this person is, you're like, it's not that bad. The attraction is there. It's just, I think, the chemistry, right? Like, there's a spark there. There's, like, oh, this person is good looking, or whatever. This, like, people can be good looking. Sometimes you reach a point in your world where, like, someone is good looking, and, like, you're like, yeah, of course, like, great body, that's, like, ideal for their own specifications, like, woo, but it's just kind of like something's missing. Can you be quiet? I feel so ashamed. It could be about their past. My people like you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Yeah. Something has become lackluster. This attraction, that thought of three people would help, but not really kind of wanting to have more people and just kind of wanting to be alone. Like, she literally has a partner here. Like, if they're washing their feet, they could be, I don't know. I just think if you've had kids with this person, maybe it's one of those things where real life has gotten in the way of, romance. And romance is not just, touching. It's like chemistry, the connection, that type of thing. Anyway, can you be quiet? I feel so ashamed. My people like you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Yeah, I feel like there's something missing here. Okay. I hurt you and I may continue to. So this person is in a transition that they haven't fully transitioned into. What did I do to deserve you? What you're asking for is too much. Something's not working in this person's late night thoughts. And with the death in reverse, I feel like it's something that they're kind of avoiding, but also kind of already know what needs to be done, or they're trying to figure out like the best way to have something be done. I think they're just trying to figure something out, but either way, they don't want to continue how things have been. Let's clean this up and get you some guidance, especially for my folks who aren't in like relationships or dynamics with these people. Yeah, 5 of Cups, that's sadness. 6 of Cups in reverse, that's not even reminiscing anymore. Like, it's almost like what was isn't. But it could be, if it's not about you, it really could be about like their past, right? Like mourning something that used to feel good and it doesn't anymore. It's like saying goodbye to an aspect of themselves, So it doesn't have to be like this somber thing, but it is kind of a thing where, when you have to give up a part of yourself because a new level of your life calls for something different. What was I doing? Oh, guidance for you. Just to see if there's something that, you can do. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Guidance for pile 1, please. In this situation. I mean, these are thoughts, right? So it's not like the biggest. Oh, I thought this was the Knight of Swords. The 2 of Cups in reverse. boy. I mean, I thought it was the Knight, the Page of Swords. Knight of Wands, that's crazy. Okay, all these people. So many people. 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck yet again in the upright position. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse, the Knight of Wands, 2 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. This is the After Tarot. Really love this deck. And we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. For those of you in relationships or something, I think the kind of work that you may have to do towards this dynamic that you have been feeling is sort of lackluster lately, with the 2 of Cups in reverse here. I think a different kind of methodology will work, or could help. Ace of Wands here is interesting. Knight of Wands here is also interesting. It kind of tells me a story of the sexual could be a way to use to maybe bring things together, but the sexual could also be used to create an even deeper rift, and like to really feel the rift in the dynamic. The King of Pentacles in reverse is unstable. Yeah, the grounding energies, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles are both in the reverse. So this on the ground is an energy where things are incredibly slow. I'm not sure if there's some kind of like depression here, or some type of like hormones thing here, or like blood work, thyroid type stuff that could need to be like looked at. I'm not a health person, but with the Pentacles, sometimes that can really show sort of like the physical stuff going on. With the 8 of Pentacles here, it could be that someone's focus is just on other things, but no, I don't really get that. Tell me about the 2 of Cups in terms of advice here. 4 of Wands. Okay, so there is a possibility for things to be mended, especially for those who are in a relationship. I think this really is more about passion. All the Wands are in the upright and like the Pentacles are in the reverse, which is interesting because they both deal in the physical realm as opposed to like Cups and Swords. So to me, the distinction between the Wands and the Pentacles here are to focus more on the passions, right? We talked about this before. I was kind of reluctant to say it, but I think I have license to now. In terms of your advice, if this is something that is with a partner that, you know, you want, is to focus more on like the positive stuff, the passion, building chemistry, joys, going on adventures together, doing things together, going out together, like being with other people, and each other, doing activities together, in reality, and bonding together. I mean, this could be even like playing video games together. This could be, you know, taking walks together. This could be going to arcades together. You know, this could be doing these little fun things together and building some of that passion, or even a little bit of competitiveness, you know, playful energy with this Knight of Wands here. Things that are fun and that don't necessarily have to lead to anything more than enjoying each other's company. I think that could help. This eight of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so the only pentacle that's in the upright in terms of people, court, is the Queen of Pentacles. So you can do this. So this is you then. This wasn't like so much overwork. This is I think you using different skill set than you've been doing. Yeah, using an older skill set, maybe something that you've abandoned, or I don't know, something like, you know how to do something, maybe you stop doing it, right? And going back to doing that will help. 5 of Cups in reverse will help, I think. Five of Cups in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. I think will really help with this Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles reminds me of that Empress in reverse. I think, no, I'm trying to understand if this is you giving more to the dynamic or not. Tell me about the Queen. Okay. This is, okay, what I'm getting is you paying more attention to yourself. Now, this could be in terms of like your appearance, but I don't really think it's about that necessarily. It's not saying that you look sloppy, Pow One. I don't think it's saying that. I think there's something here about your own energy. Like if you taking care of your own energy, something that maybe you used to do more, taking care of yourself more, whatever that looks like for you. If it means doing your hair differently, if it means like whatever that means, doing your eyebrows, getting a nice new haircut, something that you used to do. I think it is something that you used to do, something you used to enjoy, that you stopped doing for whatever reason. Going back to things that do fill you up, right? Things that make you feel good. And sometimes when we do get, dressed up, go to a really good barber, get a good shave, do a thing, like those things kind of make us feel good. And there's something about that energy that's going to help move this thing forward. Because with the Four of Swords here, it's almost like maybe you got complacent in certain things with yourself. And I don't know if you were paying too much attention to the dynamics or you were paying attention to other stuff. I don't know what you were up to, Pawan. I don't even know who's listening at this point. But whomever it is, here, the more you sort of get yourself out of a slump, if you're in a slump, the more you sort of like do those things, I think will lift this person up. And so this whole things of going out, there is an emphasis on going out, like outside to do things. Yes, you can like play games at home, or like in someone's place, or going to the arcades and playing games. There's something about being out in public that makes you gussy up, right? That makes both of you gussy up. And there's something about being gussied up that makes you feel a little bit, like stand a little bit taller, feel a little bit prouder. You hold yourself in a certain kind of way. And the more you do that, the more in reality, like it grounds that energy in your day-to-day. And it does do something. I can attest to that. I can attest to sort of getting ready, getting gussied. That does something to your psyche because you're standing up a little bit taller. You're holding yourself in a little bit more kind of energy. And I think that could help, just the energy change in the dynamic. You doing it will help pull this person out. And of course, when you guys sort of like go out, etc. For those of you who this is just like a person, it could be the same, like you having fun and you not focusing on this dynamic so much. And you, not to say like, don't focus on it or don't think about it. No, I think there's something here about you bringing passion back into your life so you can share that passion with this person. Either your activities, I think that might be helpful to build more of a rapport that can then ignite more sexual whatever. Tell me about that for the people who aren't like in a relationship. Yeah, Ace of Cups. That's awesome. So that's beautiful. This is beautiful, right? I think with the Two of Cups in the reverse, this dynamic being kind of funky, I think doing chill things, right? Doing chill things, offering up like simple stuff, light activities, light interactions, not prolonging sort of like the messaging, leaving some space, I guess in the interactions. If there's already space, then, there's that, like not really needing to continue it more. I think that might help. Tell me more. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, like kind of, I suppose putting in more space in the dynamic, not always being so, I don't know, sweet, available, and also still taking care of yourself, making sure you're vibing high, you're saying more positive things about your world and that are true, so you actually have to find more positivity in your world. Not being so open about like what you're up to. This isn't saying to hide it necessarily, but it's almost like, yeah, I think not being so negative for sure with the Nine of Swords in reverse. I think taking charge of your world and doing what you need to do there. The Death. Two of Swords. Yeah, I think there's something that you may need to walk away from. So it's something that you need to transform as well. And do new things. I think you starting a new project might be helpful. You like picking up some new classes, new lessons, something that interests you, or going further in your business, leveling up in that. That might be helpful. Part 1, we're done. Part 1, I am doing that special. I don't even know if I talked to you about it. I don't think I did. It's a sexual strengths special, right? So we're looking at your strengths physically, like intimacy wise, and also like what you can lean on and what you can work on when it comes to that area of your life. It's a completely safe, non-judgmental reading, just like all the other ones that I do. And I think it's good. I think it's something that helps in that regard. Why does that happen? How does that happen? I think it's something that helps to sort of get Spirit's take on that higher perspective. So I wish you everything to be light and good luck, and I'll see you next time.